Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, CETSHWAYO, a.k.a. Coach Byrd, and I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE show. Cousin Tracey?
Yeah. Another episode, another Saturday.
Episode 16.
16.
Episode 16. We getting there. We getting there.
And then you know what? And when I watch the past episodes, we're getting better, right?
Oh, definitely. I agree. You know? And please like, subscribe, comment, and let us know. Let us know if we're getting better or not. But I definitely think we're getting better. I definitely think we're getting better. Today on the BYRDCAGE show, special guest. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the iconic background. You know what I'm saying? Everybody comments on the iconic background. And this is the creator of that background. Not only the creator, he did the work, the whole nine, you know what I'm saying? And you know, we're just happy and blessed to have you on, you know what I'm saying, and share your experiences and you know, talk about some things, you know what I'm saying? And you know, we got my man Anthony Dillard, aka Tone Loc, in the building, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it's a pleasure to have you on the show today. And you know, a lot of times on the BYRDCAGE show, we appreciate it. A lot of times we talk about you know, a lot of sports and things like that in our episodes. But what we're going to talk about today, I mean, it actually ties in as well. You know what I'm saying? Because not only do we just, you know, we talk about sports, but we also talk about that life lesson
and community, and we talk about community, and we talk about the village, and we talk about accountability, and we talk about all those things that help our children develop as a whole. Because it just ain't about the mom and dad and the parent. It's about what they see when they leave outside the home. It's about the village. It's about the wraparound. The wraparound, you know, so the village mentality, we bring that up a lot often. So it was imperative that we bring this person on here and bring Tone on here.
Because he does a lot behind the scenes that people
don't know about.
Exactly.
People don't know about.
We need to have you on here so you can, you know, get your shine and get your flowers and put that face to, you know what I'm saying, for people to see that face behind what you actually do. But before we get started, I'm going to let you say what's up to the people.
How you doing, people? Everybody out there?
That's what's up.
The BYRDCAGE.
The BYRDCAGE. The BYRDCAGE. And more of his work.
Oh yeah, see?
We
got shirts, you know
we
got shirts. We
branded.
We branded.
You know what I'm saying?
We may have some merch coming soon.
Very soon. Just hit us in either one of our DMs and we'll get that information out to you. But today we're going to talk about redemption. I think that's a great title for the show, especially with Tone being on, you know what I'm saying, and he can speak to that, you know, a little later. But, you know, everything in life is not necessarily going to go smooth. You're going to have speed bumps that you have to encounter. You're going to have obstacles. You're going to have hurdles. And it could be because of some of the decisions that you make, you know what I'm saying? But you have to understand and know that you can still persevere. You can get over those speed bumps. You can get over those hurdles, and you can still be successful and come out on top.
And it's about picking yourself up, right? Because everybody's going to fall down. Everybody's going to fall short. And the testament to who you are as a person is if you get knocked down, do you have the ability to stand back up, right? So that's where we at, you know, redemption. And when you stand up, what happens when you get that opportunity to stand up? You know, so...
Definitely.
Before we get into Tone and letting Tone tell his story, I'm just going to say I thought it was worthwhile bringing Tone on because a lot of people don't know Tone Loc. They've heard about Tone Loc. You've seen his work throughout the city. For those that are viewing that are from the city of Camden, when Tone first touched down after doing his last of many bids, I should say, when he touched down, he was solicited by the administration at the time to do murals all over all the vacant properties. So when you go to Lewis Street, when you go to Broadway, when you go downtown, if you see any graffiti that turned into artwork, they were actually murals over vacant properties. That was Tone Loc's work. In the beginning, they wanted it done to bring some beauty to some stuff that didn't really look too good, right? So he did that work. That was what he was doing. That was what he was called to do. His craft is art. His craft is painting. His craft is airbrushing, right? Because that's airbrushing is part of the culture. Definitely. Let's be clear. Airbrushing is part of the culture, part of who we are, right? The inner city life, you can go to any inner city across the country and you're going to have an airbrusher in their community. So Camden's community airbrusher is Tone Loc. But he was solicited by the administration to do murals. And he does that too. In doing all of that, he's had some hiccups of his own. But at the end of it all, this young man is now a solid brother in the community who uplifts others. He's been part of the Not in Our Parks initiative on the back end, because people don't know that Tone was doing the sweeping up, the cleaning, getting people to sweep up. Like, Tone does a whole lot of stuff. Tone shows up when he's called upon, and he'll give you 100% if he's rocking with what you're doing, and if he believes in it. And if he believes in it, he's going to give you 100%. I myself always had Tone's support. My daughters have always had Tone's support. I always supported Tone. I just wanted to take the opportunity to tell you I'm proud of you. I appreciate you. I'm proud of you. I appreciate you. I've been privy to the transition to who you are now. I just want you to have a platform to tell your story.
Sure indeed. And before you get into your story real quick, Tone, you know what I'm saying? Like this is family right here. You know what I'm saying? I graduated with his brother and his older brother, and you know what I'm saying, rest his soul and all that, and you know what I'm saying. So like you said, you're proud. I'm definitely proud as well, because I've seen him go from there to where he is now, and I am super duper proud.
And all the hiccups in between.
All the hiccups in between.
But we'll let him tell it.
We'll let him tell it. You know what I'm saying, but. Everybody out there viewing, just listen. This is what the BYRDCAGE is about right here. You know what I'm saying? But Tone, go ahead, talk to the people, man. Tell them a little bit about who you are, your story. You know what I'm saying? The whole nine.
Well, basically, I really, pardon me 1 second.
It's all good. You know what I'm saying?
I only view myself as a regular guy from Camden. I mean, face the trials that so many others have faced. I mean, growing up in the hood. I mean, I was raised by my grandmother, in Whitman Park, at an early age. When I was born, my mom was 22 and she was with 4 kids. I was her 4th boy with no husband, my dad was going off doing his thing, whatever. So, me and three of us was raised by my grandmother in Pollock Town, and my brother Byrd, he was raised by my other grandmother. Okay. Father wasn't in my life, my mother, she was gone. And then I had so much resentment against my parents. Okay. Young. Because, where my mom at? Right. Where my dad at? Right. You know what I mean? And it wasn't until I was probably about, let me see, I came home 2009. 2008, my last bid, Tracey spoke on, I did 10 years in New York. And when I came home, I had to, I had old jersey sometime from a previous bid, like Tracey said.
She know everything.
Once they sent me to the halfway house or whatever, I had to go to Trenton to get my birth certificate. Okay. I had to go to the state capitol to get my birth certificate because I was up north in the halfway house and they wouldn't let you come past the Central Jersey line. Okay. If you was from Camden, you couldn't go. The furthest you could go was Trenton. Okay. So I had to go to Trenton to the state capitol to get my birth certificate. And when I grabbed the birth certificate, they don't give you the birth certificate like at City Hall with your mom, dad name. They got everything on the state birth certificate. It's like when your mom was born. So I did the math and everything. I said, so mom was only 22 when she had me. Gotcha. And that changed the whole. From that moment right there, that changed my life. Okay. I mean, changed my outlook on life. Changed my outlook towards my mother. we see it all the time. Like, we see the posts on social media, on Facebook, it say the kids will get older one day to figure out everything. Right, what I mean? Right. Because it'd be like, I was watching y'all episode on the mental health.
Okay.
And y'all spoke on how, I think it was Tracey or A. Byrd. He spoke on how we weren't allowed to talk about things, and so much stuff and you just got to figure it out once you get older. Right. So that was my figure it out moment. That was my aha moment.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So, and that allowed me, took so much off of me. You know what I mean? Allowed me to go to my mom. You know, she live up in the mountains in Pennsylvania. Go to my mom, and you know what I mean, and let that go. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, and lay that down. You know what I'm saying? And then just moving on through life. You know what I mean? Like, because one of my things is like, right now I'm in competition, right? I'm in competition with my dad. I'm in competition with my grandpa. I'm in competition with my great grandpa. I'm in competition with my big brothers, right? Because my brother Mike, he the oldest, he the patriarch of our family. He the oldest Dillard man alive. And he only 50 years old. So right, I'm in competition. My competition against my father, my big brothers and all that, because I feel as though, not knocking them, all due respect, but I feel as though when they got the ball, they fumbled. I mean, my great grandpa, when he got the ball, he fumbled. When my grandpa got the ball, he fumbled. This is why when we moved to Lansdowne with my grandma, you know, there's no man there. We raised by my grandma. My grandma Helen, she was like, to this day they won't bust a trap in front of her house. You know what I mean? They don't park in front of her door. Right, and she been dead for a minute. You know what I mean? But that's how, you know, she was. You know what I mean? She pulled herself up out of the Branch Village, man. She gonna buy a house, and you know what I mean? Right. And seeing her strength and her work ethic and everything as a woman, you know what I mean, working 11 to 7, getting up, going back, working another 8 to 4, and you know what I mean, in factories. You know what I mean? So that I got my work ethic from my grandma. Okay. You know what I mean? I ain't get it from my dad, my grandpa, none of that. I got my work ethic from my grandma. You know what I mean? So not having that not having the man, the father,
like that
whatever
type of, I feel you.
And my grandma got the big picture window on Lansdowne. That's my TV right there. So now everything I'm doing, I'm looking out the window, you know. And I've always been into art, so I would look out the window. I'm drawing houses across the street, you know. I'm drawing the cars, the 76 Novas outside, everything. I'm drawing everything that's outside. Right. But eventually, what was outside changed. So now I ain't drawing the neighbors' houses no more. Now it all changed. What's outside now? They busting traps. Right. I mean, I'm saying like around 87, like 13, 14, it's a different ball game outside now. And at that time, my dad had died. We didn't really have a strong relationship from the door, but his mother raised us. See, this is one thing about black women, bro. Black women is so special, man. Because
as we say,
she knew her son was falling short as a man.
Gotcha.
With his sons. And she took that on after she already raised hers on her. Feel me? She took on 3 more. Right. No man, no extras, no nothing. She took on her grandkids. Know what I'm saying? Because her son was falling short. Right. Now we still see that today. Right. Now I mean, mom's taking up for the son because the son. We still see it today.
Very true.
Now I mean, but I say that to say, like, once my dad was gone. My dad would only come around. Only time I seen him was to whoop my ass. Gotcha. Feel me? When I did something, I mean, I can't never find you. Right. But when I do something to school or something, you always popping up. You know, but once he was, then he had passed away, and I remember the day of his funeral. You know, I ain't cried, bro.
Okay.
Cause I'm like, I ain't cried until I seen everybody else. Like, it was like my dad. Like it was. Right, it wasn't no feeling.
I got you.
You know, I'm outside with the suit on, with the vest. We got the milk crate up. I'm balling in the suit. Everybody else in the house eating fried chicken. You know that funeral chicken different. But we, you know what I mean? I'm outside. I'm playing ball and everything. Like, and then, you know, it's like I say, you always, as you get older, mature, you go through your own things with your own children. Know what I mean? Like, you have to go through things. Know what I mean? Like, these grades we got, like, we earned these.
They earned.
They not, people always be like, oh, you stressed. Nah, this is age.
This is right. It's wisdom.
Age.
This that wisdom.
Know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
And with the grade, you got to say something.
Right.
Know what I mean? You just can't have the grade and just be...
don't have no knowledge.
You're great. Right.
So, how many children do you have?
4.
How many? What's the sexes?
Sexes.
Gender.
2 boys, 2 girls.
2 boys. Oh, so you're 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Ages. What's the tops and bottom?
25 at the top and 6 at the bottom.
Span. You got that nice little span in there.
One in every generation.
No, it was. You know, I had children, you know, when I was kind of late for people that was my boys.
Right.
I mean, I got homies that's younger than me that got way more than been having kids. Like, I didn't have my first kid till I was like 22.
Okay.
Know what I'm saying? So
in the inner city, that's a plus.
Yeah, that's like,
yeah, definitely.
That's like a late that's like a late bloomer.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And then all the incarceration. Know what I'm saying? It impeded my ability to be a parent the way I was supposed to be.
Gotcha.
Know what I'm saying? And it put a hindrance on the relationship between parent, child, as it put a hindrance on the relationship between husband, wife, whatever. Know what I'm saying? The system does what it's designed to do.
Break up the family.
Know what I mean? And it breaks up the family, but we can't. I'm not riding with that.
Okay.
I'm not riding with that. It does, but I'm not riding with it like I used to, because we break up the family on what we decide to do, on the decisions we. Know what I'm saying?
Consequences.
Right.
Consequences.
We do that.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? You want to be a hustler? You want to be a street nigga?
This
you want to be
come with it.
This is, you know what come with it? Jail or death.
Right.
All right. You boom. Right. You're all right.
So the choices that some people make determines the outcome
right.
of breaking up the family, right?
And then
right.
I'm like, you know, my older children, I miss so much of their life, man. Like time, you can't go get back.
Right.
I mean, like you can't gift that time back.
True.
You can't iPhone, iPad, laptop.
Can't buy that back. You can't buy out of that.
Not at all.
You can't buy out of that.
Not at all.
Know what I'm saying? So, my first wife Samantha died in 2012. Know what I mean? And this is like, I'm like 3 years home, and I'm pushing. I'm still trying to figure myself out.
Right.
Because I know this is what I'm gonna do. Know what I mean? I'm telling people in the penitentiary, like, yo, when you go home, what you gonna do? I'm gonna be an artist. Man, you can't do that on the street. Why not? I'm doing it here.
Right.
It paid for my appeal lawyers.
Right. Gotcha.
I mean, art got me 10 years off of my time.
Gotcha.
Feel me? So, like, this is what I'm gonna do when I go home. Like, so, you know, Sam died, man, and it was like, where my life going now? Know what I mean? I ain't have a clue. Know what I'm saying? Within 3 years of my time being home, I lost like my whole support system. Grandma gone, wife gone, both grandmoms gone, wife gone. Know what I mean? Like, I'm just out here, man.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? Like, to the point of, I'm suicidal, but I ain't gonna kill myself.
I gotcha.
Know what I mean? My behavior, my action, everything That's
self-destructive.
Right.
Behavior and actions was very self-destructive. And I'm only saying that only because I was privy and part of, if I can say, being some of your support system. When you realize I'm spiraling out of control. At that moment when you realize you're spiraling out of control, you know, some people you did reach out to. And I'm thankful to have been one of them, right?
Right.
But your behavior was self-destructive. Let's call it that. Self-destructive, because you didn't know what direction you was going in.
Right.
But let me ask you this. When was your aha moment? The aha moment when you knew you wanted to get your shit together, focus on your craft, get serious with artwork, and get serious with you and your religion? When was that moment?
So
2012, the wife died, right?
2012, the wife died.
And now
you came out in 09.
09.
Yes.
So 2012, wife died. That's 3 years after. And now we're 2021. So between 2012 and 2021, when was the...
I would say it was about 19, the end of 19, early 20, something like that.
Okay.
The spring of 20, I think it was. I had got married again. And between the marriage I have now and I had got married again, you know, and you know, we going on trips, we doing everything, and I'm like, man, I never grieved. I never mourned. You know what I'm saying? So one day I just like, I'm online, I'm searching mental health spots, whatever. I'm like, man, I'm going to this spot right here. They got a swimming pool. It was in Orlando on Central Florida campus.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know, I'm going down here.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm going to go grieve. I'm going to go cry. I'm going to go let this, you know what I mean? So I went to Orlando to a mental health facility, stayed down there for like a week, you know what I mean? And just let shit out, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it was at that moment, I'm like, yo, I'm not destroying my life, but like, in order, like how we see in the hood, in order to put bandos, in order to put the house back up, they tear that bando out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I tear everything out.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
Come back, I don't want to be in this marriage no more. Feel me? Whatever friends, I ain't got no friends. Feel me? Like, and just build everything back up. Whoever is sincere and I had too many people in my life that ain't belong in my life.
Gotcha.
Feel me? So it's like, all right, I'm gonna get rid of everybody. Not on no vindictive,
right.
nothing.
Just because you had to focus on you.
Yeah,
you had to clear
take
house,
care of yourself.
so you can focus on you.
So,
right.
Boom. I just get out, lead a marriage. You know what I'm saying? And left home with nothing. You know what I mean? And I went to Baltimore to my boy, you know what I mean? He real heavy into yoga, health, fitness, all that. You know what I mean? He detoxed me and everything. You know what I mean? And just fasting and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? For about 2 months. And then I came back to Camden. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had nowhere to go. I ain't had nowhere to stay. Nothing. I mean, I started staying in Masjid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
and it's like, because it's like, a lot of dudes be Muslims.
No, I'm going to cut you off. He referenced the masjid. So for those that are watching and may not understand, the masjid is the temple for the Islamic faith. It's their place of worship. That's where they go to worship. So he referenced the masjid. For those that are not Islamic and may not know, that's what he's talking about. Nice. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off.
Yeah, thank you. So it's like, I just started like staying in the masjid. You know what I'm saying? I'm living there. I'm not homeless.
Right.
Because I'm in the house of God.
Right.
I'm like, wow. I mean, big up to Imam Fahim. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I got a key to God's house. God gave me a key to his house. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, now I know I'm on the road. You know what I'm saying? And not saying like, my path is different from what everybody else's path is. Your path, everybody's path different, right? So it's like, all right, boom. I see, when Sam died in 2012, the first woman that God put in my life after she passed away is the lady that I'm married to today.
Okay.
And I took the lady through so much, man. Like, because I was hurting so much, I didn't even know how. Like, I ain't even supposed to be in no relationship.
Right.
Feel me? And I took her through so much. Boom, 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 boom. Right. So it's like, one day I'm like, man, let me go check her page out, man. I already got divorced. I got divorced pending. I mean, I'm a free agent. Let me see what's going on. So I go to. I said, oh, she was garbed up.
Right.
I'm like, alhamdulillah. We're about to get married. Like, and it was like, I'm like, she's gonna be my wife, and I'm gonna make like everything I did to her.
Right.
Know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna make it right.
Make it right, got you.
Know what I'm saying? So it's like, I hit her up.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. And I'm gonna tell you that, like this, man. Like, ain't nothing in the world like for a dude. Where we come from, we always think, yo, I gotta have all the chicks,
right,
females. I mean, I gotta have at least 5, 6. Know what I mean, like, and we never really see men be faithful and committed. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And know what I mean, like, I'm like, yo, I want to be that dude. I want to see what that side of the street is like.
Right.
I already know what this is hitting for.
Right.
Feel me?
Right.
I'm gonna just want to get one female. I'm gonna just lock into her. Know what I'm saying? Lock into her, and then, like, you got so much other time and money and resources to do other, like, and we always take that as a shot at our manhood, like, yo.
Right.
And then I have dudes tell me, like, yo, like, you don't go nowhere without your wife, bro. You always with your wife. Like, for one, I feel as though if I'm going somewhere and she can't come and like
there's no need for you to go. But more importantly, on my religious side of things, it says that a man that finds a wife finds a good thing.
Same.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I mean, and we just need to appreciate
a good wife.
A good wife.
A good wife.
Yeah.
And I mean, just, you know, seeing y'all interact at times, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because we're really friends.
I can see, you know what I'm saying? I can see that bond y'all have. Like when you was doing the walls, you know what I mean? She was here for a little bit of that and everything.
But I'm gonna ask you this though. So why do you feel like the place that you are now? Why do you feel like redemption, redeeming yourself, recreating Tone Loc, recreating Anthony Dillard, or recreating? I'm sorry, what's your Muslim name?
Abdul Hakim Abu Camden.
Yeah.
The father of Camden.
Right. Recreating Abdul. Recreating that person. Why do you think that was so important in your life's travel?
I don't even think it's a recreation for real. It's just the person I always been. Know what I mean? It's just like, I always been this person. I always been an artist. Like when they asked me in first grade, what you gonna be when you grow up? I'm gonna be an artist. Know what I'm saying? And now it's like, it's just in the process of life, things got sidetracked and detoured. Know what I mean? And sometimes I may have deviated myself. Like, but the person I am is the person I always in. Like, always been intellectual, always been smart. Know what I mean? When I dropped out of high school, I was in AT classes my whole life. Gotcha. I dropped out of high school in AT classes.
But you did correct that, right? You did get your high school diploma because you ended up going to
I got
your
3.
Rutgers, right?
I got 3 GEDs.
But you ended up going to Rutgers too as well, correct?
I went to Camden County.
Okay, all right.
I went to Camden County, and I got some college. I did some college in jail or whatever. Mm-hmm. Know what I mean? But I don't hold that like.
Right. Because that's not who you are.
No,
that doesn't define you. Right. It doesn't define you.
It's a degree, feel me? But it's not in my field. It's in criminal justice. That was my field. Criminal justice was my field. So I'm learning criminal justice. I'm learning the law to get me out of jail. Once I'm out of jail, I don't like. I want to get back to pay. Right. But it's like it's like coming. The redemption process is not even. I just want to get back to my old self. I just want to get back to the child, like, and we can't change the past or change anything that happened. You know what I'm saying? But we get second chances. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to redeem. Like, one thing about being Muslims, we redeeming ourselves constantly.
Right.
5 times a day or more.
Through prayer.
You know what I'm saying? Always. I'm not worrying about the stuff I did 20 years ago. I did it. I did my time for it. I'm not focused on it. Other people may hold it
against you.
More like they wear it. It's more on them than it is on me.
Right.
Feel me? Like, and like we were saying about the system breaking up the family. Like, your family will hold that against you. Know what I mean? Your family won't. Your baby mom, your kids, like. They hold stuff against you, feel me, forever. But one thing about God, man, one thing about Allah, man, he gonna forgive you so fast, so quick. Right. I mean, while you still looking for forgiveness from this person, let them deal with it. You deal with it, you let it go. Well, let them deal with it. However, like, I mean, I'm just moving on.
With yourself. You know
so what is it? What are you up to now? What's Tone Loc doing now?
Yeah, let them know.
What's Abdul doing now?
Let them know.
What I'm doing now, man, I'm just painting, you know what I'm saying? Painting everything.
You're not just painting.
Right.
I think you did a boat. You're not just painting. Right. You do houses. You're not just painting.
He did like a
food truck.
A food truck.
Great.
A mobile barbershop.
Yeah, like, you're not just painting.
Because it's just, like, for me, it's like, that's what it is. Like, when you get to a point where, like, yo, I'm really doing what I want to do,
right?
Like what I love,
right.
Feel me?
Right.
It's not work.
It's not work.
They say
like
when you do what you love, it's not work.
Like me coaching everything.
It's even bigger than that.
Let's make it clear. I work every day. I work every day.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I work every day.
It's really like I made it to the league. Like. It might not be the contract,
right? But
it's like, yo, how many people said they wanted to be a football player and became a football player? Like, how many people said, like, yo, I said I wanted to be an artist. Like, I'm really an artist. Like, if I get a tombstone and people look out for me or whatever, I get a tombstone, that's gonna be on my tombstone.
Right.
Nah. You know what I'm saying?
That you were an artist.
Sure indeed.
And you were serious about your.
Yeah.
And I do.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm doing my art. You know what I mean? Being a husband, being a father, I got a second chance at fatherhood with Lil Cam. You know what I'm saying? And trying to make sure he don't experience what his older siblings had experienced, and letting them understand. I mean, they had to go through some hardships and stuff for their little brother, you know what I'm saying? Right. Because, like, in Islam, we believe that we shouldn't even be having children until we're 40 anyway. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So you can have something to give. Right. Like, being a parent at 20 and being a parent at 40 is two different parents.
Yeah. That part.
Yeah.
So it's like, got a second chance at fatherhood, got a second chance to be a husband, got a second chance to be a citizen, got a second chance to be a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Not just, I don't want to be a Muslim, I just want to be the dude saying Assalamu alaikum. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to learn how to be romantic. You know what I'm saying? From Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of people gave Islam a bad shot on the women's side, like women was being oppressed or whatever. But I don't see, like, being practicing. I haven't seen too many sisters that's mad about their situation.
Okay.
Feel me? And most of the women got it pretty good, believe it or not. Like man, they don't got work, they don't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? For real.
What? So if you're out there, in the words of my brother Tone, I'm a free agent. The draft is coming up.
But it's like in the redemption. Remember, it might be on the back on the bottle right here. If you redeem this, they'll probably give you like
$5. Give you a couple dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your deeds, man.
Got you.
Every time you get something back.
Right.
You get something back. You get something back. And nowadays I ain't looking for material.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for my redemption to be redeemed in a Benz or be redeemed in. I mean, not saying I don't want it.
Nah,
feel me? If it comes, I mean,
right,
it's meant to be.
Right.
But until that time, like, I'm not chasing.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm like to be in a place where, like, yo, I'm really happy.
Right.
And that's key. That's key. So
definitely.
We're gonna bring this home, and I'm gonna tell you how we're gonna bring this home. For those that are watching, I know a lot of times myself and Coach Byrd, we talk about athletes, right? Mm-hmm. But we're gonna wrap this up for our parents out there. Just understand this. Everybody needs a second chance, right? And sometimes you have some kids that are not ready for the big time. But that don't mean they're not ready. Mm-hmm. So something like in my situation, we're gonna bring it into sports real quick. My son was at D1, then he dropped down to D2, and then he had to come home. But he needed to redeem himself. He needed time to focus. So he needed a second chance, and Del Val was the second, actually the third chance that he got, but he did well with it. So just know everybody's path takes different roads, but that don't mean that the ending ain't gonna be grand. And our brother Tone Loke right here is prime example of you can hit rock bottom and
a
still,
few times.
And still rise, still stand up.
A few times.
Still stand up. And you know, he's very humble. He doesn't talk about all he does. He's a very, very supporting person. If he's rocking with you, and if you're one of those people he consider a friend or family, he really rocks with you. I know he rocks with me and mine, and I'm thankful for him. I appreciate him. He's a great guy, great dude, and it's great to see him come full circle from what was to what he is now. And if anybody is a prime example of don't judge me on my past, judge me on the day.
Don't judge me on yesterday.
Judge me on today.
Judge me on today.
Right. Judge me on today. It's our brother Tone Loke.
Yes, indeed. Tone, before we get out of here, just let them know where they can, find you at social media wise, in case they, want this. Y'all want that artwork that y'all see back there.
And the artwork
y'all want these shirts and all that. Let them know.
He does backdrops.
Everything.
He does everything.
We just said he did boats,
rooms. He'll paint your kids' rooms. He did whatever you need. Skates. He did skates. He did my grandbaby skates. Man, he do it all. Whatever you need, he do it.
So let the people out there know where to find you at, bro.
You can check me out on Instagram, Airbrush Art Apparel. That's one word. Or Facebook at Abu Camden. Okay, that's right. Abdul Hakim Abu Camden, Tracey.
That's right. Abdul Hakim Abu Camden.
Abu Camden is just father of Camden.
Right.
That's my
that
little
part.
Man. Know what I mean? I'm not the father of the city. I'm my little man. I love the city, man. So it's like, I just wanted to, I always have a piece of the city with me when I name my little boy, and his initials is CMD.
Sure,
that part, amazing,
right
amazing.
Exactly.
And at worst case scenario, like, subscribe, get the notifications on the Birdcage, drop a message. We'll send you his links. We'll send you any information you need on him.
Definitely.
He was, again, if you watched last week, we talked about the 99 Parks. He was a valuable part of 99 Parks down at 7 and Clinton. And I am very thankful, and our crew from 99 Parks are thankful to Brother Loke. And he's amazing. I can't, y'all just don't, my heart is like overflowing right now to have him sitting on the couch because I watched the transition from 14 to 44.
And like, and Tracey was an integral part, and me pursuing the mental health, I mean, help that I needed.
Right.
Like, and try to erase that stigma for black men. I mean, not seeking therapy or whatever. I mean, I believe that. I mean, we all need some type of assistance. We all need some type of help, especially in the background and the history that we come from. I mean, a lot of guys done been to prison multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Done witnessed all type of traumas in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Childhood upbringings, all that. You know what I mean? And it helped. You know what I mean?
Right.
It helped you have a better relationships. You know what I'm saying? With your women, with your community. You know what I mean? It just helped, man.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying? To be able to get certain stuff off of your chest.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So you can lighten your heart up and be able to grow, man, move forward.
Sure indeed. Well, you got any shout outs, anything, anybody you want to say before we get out of here?
Man, I just want to shout out, you know what I mean, Allah. You know what I'm saying? Anything I said that's good and beneficial come from Allah. Anything that I said that was off or, you know what I mean, detrimental to anybody's growth and development, that came from myself. You know what I mean? All good come from Allah. I want to give a major shout out to Cuba School, Imam Fahim. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I couldn't say where I wouldn't be or wouldn't be, you know what I mean? But I just know, like, with Imam Fahim, like, he not one of them dudes that be judging, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. Like, and he gonna take you in and he gonna show you the way, man.
Gotcha. That's what's up. What you got, cuz?
I don't have nothing other than that. Appreciate Loke for giving us the opportunity to creep a little bit into his life, into his world. He's a very private guy. He don't allow that much.
True.
Shout out to Imam Fahim. I know who he is very well. I appreciate all that you're doing in our community. Once again, I always have to shout out one of my favorite cousins who allowed me the platform to do what we do here in the Birdcage. And listen, peace and hair grease.
True D. Hey, listen, I was gonna say, man, you know,
I
appreciate the
Birdcage. The Birdcage is like sitting on my therapist's couch, man, for real. Like,
that's a good thing.
That's a very good thing.
The Birdcage, y'all need to be booking like $85 an hour or something, man.
Y'all heard that?
Yes, sir. So if y'all need us, just let us know.
Let us know. We'll put you up on here.
Yes, indeedy.
I'm glad I took my insurance.
On that note, you know what I'm saying? Once again, please like, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate everybody that takes a couple minutes out their time to check out the show. You know what I'm saying? We definitely appreciate it. Please understand that that doesn't go unnoticed. And on that note, I'm CETSHWAYO, a.k.a. Coach Byrd, the host of the Birdcage Show. Talk to you soon.
It was a stone groove, my man.